A buzzer beater cost us our winning day, but let's talk some more basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're back to talk some more NBA basketball. That's right, it was an interesting day yesterday. As you guys just heard, it was a small losing day, 1-2, but we had all of it. We'll talk about that crazy loss we had at the buzzer. But before we get into any of that, just want a quick reminder, give you a quick reminder, our NFL videos will be out later this week for the divisional round, as we're going to give you bets for the Saturday games and the Sunday games. We got some big ones coming up I'm excited for. So before we get into anything, just a reminder, any graphics you see in this video or future videos are from an app called OUTLIER, the best player prop research tool on the market today. I use it every single day. If you guys want to try it out, click the link below. You get a 7-day free trial. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about who got the name that player correct yesterday. And guess what? Only 4 people did. Let's pull it up. And by the way, the answer was Tyson Chandler. So here it is at Tassan King 4797, at Cooler Than February, at Dre Davis 1795, and at S.DK Gaming. You were the only 4 to guess Tyson Chandler. So nice work. That's impressive. I would not have guessed that. I'll tell you that. But anyways, thanks for all the answers. It's always fun to do that. And we're going to do it again today. So here we go. The one today. This guy played 13 seasons. He was a 3-time NBA All-Star. He played for 5 teams. He won both the NBA and NCAA title. That's right. 1 NBA title, 1 NCAA title. That's what we got. So leave your comment below. Let me know who you think that is. But in this video, we're going to recap yesterday like we do every single day. And then we're going to talk defenses versus the shooting guard position, because it's Tuesday. Defenses that give up the most points, rebounds, and assists, and also the least points, rebounds, and assists. And then, of course, we got our best bets and finish it with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, come join this awesome community. Got a lot of positive people in this community, a lot of smart people. And the Discord link is below. Completely free to join. So click that link and come talk sports with us every single day. But I'm ready to get into it. And that means it's recap time. All right, here it is. A 1-2 day. We split the 1-unit bets, but we had a little bit of everything. The first one, Cade Cunningham over 34.5 PRAs. This guy had a legendary second half, but in the first half, let me just tell you, he had 4 fouls and 3 made field goals at halftime. It was looking horrendous, and then he comes through in the clutch. So I like the read there. Even with all that foul trouble and everything, still went over. And then the second one, a terrible read. Jaime Jaquez Jr. over 21.5 PRAs. He didn't do anything for like the first 2 quarters. He still came kind of close. I think he ended with 17. But it was just pathetic. I mean, he was literally doing nothing. Some of that was because he had Miami Heat teammates that were literally just chucking up threes all game. They were awful offensively. They lost the game. But just not a good read. Didn't like that. And I will be sure to think twice next time I look at Jaime Jaquez, that's for sure. The third one, maybe the toughest beat of the year. It's at least in the top 3. I'm sure you guys can remember some. There have been some rough ones, because you always will whenever you bet in the NBA. Desmond Bane under 28.5 PRAs. He was under. They were down 5. A few seconds left in the game, and he was just open, threw up a pointless 3 at the buzzer just because, and he knocks it down, and we lose. It just is what it is, guys. He didn't even take a lot of shots. I think he took 13 shots, maybe 14, and shot like 9 of 13, 9 of 14. Very efficient night. So if you look back at kind of how it went, I love the read myself. He had to be very efficient. He just had a hot night, and even only went over because of a pointless buzzer beater. So it is what it is. You're going to have some of those, but that was a half-unit loss. So smaller losing day. There's the overall record. Still trying to hit that 20-unit mark, which would be pretty sweet before the All-Star break. 148 and 116, up 17.52 units. So that's what we got for the bets recap. And now let's talk the shooting guard position. All right, we start with the defenses giving up the most points to the shooting guard position. As you see, we have no arrows, so no matchups in the top 10. But if it's in green, that team or player is playing today. We start out with the Pelicans, 27.3 points to the shooting guard position. Warriors, Nuggets, Spurs, and Blazers are the top 5. And then shooting guards over there, obviously, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, they can sometimes be interchangeable in this positionless NBA. But, I try my best here. Jalen Green averaging 23.9 points per game. But McCollum, Booker, Mitchell, Sharp, and Monk are playing today in the top 10. So that's what we got for points. And all these stats are the last 30 days, as most of you know. Now let's head over to the rebounds. And we got 2 matchups. The Suns facing Dyson Daniels of the Atlanta Hawks. He's averaging 4.4 rebounds per game. The Suns giving up 8.3. And then we got the Nuggets facing Quentin Grimes and the Mavericks, who's averaging 5.4 rebounds, and the Nuggets giving up around 7. Obviously, with guys like Quentin Grimes, Jaden Hardy, all that, you got to make sure Kyrie and Luka are out since they are humongous for that team. So that's what we got for the rebounds. Now let's check out the assists. And we got a lot. So the Atlanta Hawks, again, facing the Suns. Devin Booker, 8.5 assists per game, facing the Atlanta Hawks, giving up the most assists to the shooting guard position. And then we go down there. So we got the Pelicans, and I have two different Bulls players because Kobe White plays shooting guard. Ayo Dosunmu can play shooting guard. So I just included both of them. Obviously, you guys take for what it is. But the Pelicans giving up 5.7, Dosunmu averaging 6.5, Kobe White 4.8, and I think Dosunmu is questionable. So just something to keep an eye on. And then we got the Milwaukee Bucks facing the Sacramento Kings. Malik Monk, 6.4 assists per game, facing the Bucks, giving up 5.4. So that's hopefully some help on all the overs. Now, if you're into some unders, let's check out the toughest matchups for shooting guards. If it's in green, obviously that means that team is playing. Then Thunder, 19.4 points per game to the shooting guard position, the fewest in the NBA. And there's all the rest of the teams. Thunder and Magic, obviously two of the best defenses in the league, so not a surprise there. Then you go to rebounds. Rockets, Pacers, Pistons, Blazers, and Cavs are the top 5 and fewest rebounds allowed to the shooting guard position. And then the Magic, who seem to be up there at number 1 on fewest assists every position, 3.9 given up. Heat, Pistons, Net, and Celtics round out the top 5 there. So again, we do a new position every day, starting with point guards on Monday, and then we're going to go shooting guards, small forward, power forward, and centers in case you're new to the channel. But that's what we got for the research help. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, this first one takes us out to Dallas, Texas, where the Mavericks host the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets minus 4.5. Total in this one is 231.5. This best bet is a 1-unit play. It was almost a 1.5-unit play. Give me Nikola Jokic over 22.5 rebounds plus assists at minus 115 on DraftKings. So we have not bet the best player in the world much this year, but we're going to do it here. So let's talk Jokic. He is averaging 23 RAs per game. It's an insane number, but he's also averaging 38.5 potential rebound and assists per game. On those potentials, he's converting around 60 to 62% of his potential assists and rebound chances as well. So on an average night, if you just take his 38.5 potentials, multiply it by 61%, you're looking at 23.5. Obviously, that's where we get all these numbers. So on an average night, he should be right around this line, a little bit higher. But before we get to that matchup, which is why I really like it, let's talk his last 5 games. As you can see by this screenshot, he's over in 4 of those 5. And not just that, he has had 27 plus RAs in all 4 of those games, averaging a ridiculous 43 potential RAs per game. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what else to say. It's insane. Now the matchup. This guy absolutely kills the Mavericks. These teams just played on Sunday in their last game. Jokic had 27 RAs on 49 potential rebounds plus assists. 49. That's not human at all. So 49 potential RAs, if we get that, he's going to absolutely crush this number. I'm not expecting 49, but either way, he crushes it. In the last 3 games versus Dallas, he has recorded 33, 27, and 27 rebounds plus assists, flying over in 3 straight. In the last 30 days, Mavericks given up the 9th most rebounds and the 4th most assists to the center position. Like I said, an average day for him gets us probably a little just sneaking over this line. But this is a matchup not for an average day. We've seen it 3 straight games. We just saw it on Sunday. He absolutely crushes. His potentials are through the roof. Give me the Joker over 22.5 rebounds plus assists as my first best bet. All right, this next one takes us out to Chicago, where the Bulls host the New Orleans Pelicans. Bulls minus 1.5. Total in this one is a high 240. Next bet, it's another 1-unit play. Give me DeJounte Murray over 23.5 points plus assists, minus 120 on Bet365. We are finally betting on DeJounte Murray, but more importantly, we are finally getting a healthy Pelicans team. It's insane. Zion, McCollum, Trey Murphy, all playing. Brandon Ingram still out. But let's talk DeJounte points first. So he's not shot the ball well this year. It's been talked about forever, but it's starting to turn a little bit. In the last 5 games, he's shooting 48% from the field, which is improved for him, averaging 21.2 points per game. He's over this line in 4 straight games, coming off a 26-point performance versus Boston last game, which is impressive against that defense. He's averaging just about 17 field goal attempts per game in the last 5. Now, he's only played 2 games. That's right, 2 games all season with Zion and McCollum on the floor. He scored 29 and 26. That's right. So he's gone over this line in points alone. And the defense now, obviously the defenses have to focus on more players than just him. But let's talk assists. Averaging 7.65 assists per game this season on 12.7 potential assists. In those 2 games with Zion and McCollum, he's averaged 15.5 potential assists with 6 and 8 dimes. But let me tell you, the 6 dimes, Super unlucky. 17 potential assists, getting 6 dimes on that. That's not common. He just had an unlucky game. And last game was against a good Celtics defense where he got 8 dimes. Now the matchup. An absolute dream matchup versus the fast-paced, horrendous defense of the Chicago Bulls, giving up the 6th most points and the 2nd most assists to point guards last 3 days. We know we've tailed some point guards against the Bulls. Bulls give up the most points in the paint. I think that's going to lead to not only points for DeJounte when he attacks the rim, it's going to lead to probably some easy assists to guys like Zion and things like that in the paint. They also give up a lot of open shots because they just let you score from anywhere. That should lead to more assists with now that he has shooters in CJ McCollum and Trey Murphy. I thought about going over assists, and then I also like the points, and that's what led me to this combined number here. But overall, the Bulls are the best number one matchup, 4 points and assists, 4-point guards in the entire NBA, not even close. I think he goes over for a 5th straight game. This line is too low to me, so give me DeJounte Murray over 23.5 points plus assists as my second best bet. All right, we were going to add a third bet today, but there were some questionable injuries and things like that. I was looking at guys like Denny Avdia over PRAs. He's questionable. So either way, we're just going to go with these 2 bets right now on the video. But as you guys always know, there will be added plays. So be sure to check the pinned comments below on X and on Discord for more plays. But right now, we're going to rock with these 2 1-unit plays. Give me Nikola Jokic over 22.5 rebounds plus assists for a unit at minus 115, and then DeJounte Murray over 23.5 points plus assists at minus 120 for another unit with more plays to come. So that's all we got tonight. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you haven't already, hit that like button. It really helps this channel grow. It really helps this channel to get out to the YouTube algorithm and have more people see it and all that. So I appreciate the support every single day, but hope you guys all have a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you soon.